Hello everyone, today we are breaking down the promo pictures for Episode 4, Season 2 of The Last of Us. But before that, remember to like the video, helps out the channel a lot, and subscribe, and yada yada yada, let's get to it. The first thing we see is Isaac meeting with this lady here. We know this is from a flashback, because Isaac's beard is a lot darker here, and he's wearing a Fedra uniform. Isaac is the leader of the WLF, the Washington Liberation Front, who helped take down Fedra in this area some time ago. So this was before all that. We are going to get some backstory on Isaac this episode. The question is, who is this lady? I initially thought this could have been one of the founders of the WLF, maybe coming to recruit Isaac to their cause. We do know they exist in this time from this shot in the trailer. We see a WLF tag in the background. It would make sense why they would want Isaac. He is a former Marine with combat experience. He could help them immensely in this revolution. It would also explain how he ended up with them. But someone in my comments told me it could be the Prophet he is speaking to. The Prophet is the leader of the Seraphites, who are the people we saw in the last episode with these scars on their faces, which is why some people refer to them as scars. Now, the man from the last episode said that the Prophet died a few years ago, which would further cement this as a flashback. But they still follow her teachings. Basically, the Prophet had a vision, which she became inspired to live off the land and to become detached from mortal pleasures and reliances on technology. She then says that the cordyceps brain infection was punishment for humanity's sins, and it was the second chance for humanity to redeem itself. So yeah, people follow her and her teachings. Why would she want to talk to Isaac? I'm not sure about. It could be a situation where Isaac is undercover in Fedra for the WLF, and that the Prophet wants to work with the WLF to get rid of Fedra. In a lot of quarantine zones, Fedra is very poorly ran. They are bad at rationing food, and the public gets very frustrated with them, which leads to them being overthrown. So that could be a reason. Clearly though, something sours their relationship because they are basically at war with one another in the current timeline. In the next still, we see Dena and Ellie sneaking through what looks like an abandoned building with their guns drawn. Last episode, the two just got to Seattle and have yet to encounter anyone. But we know that the WLF and the Seraphites are currently at war with one another. So the two groups are going to be out and about, being prepared for an attack. Really, this is the worst possible time for going into Seattle. Everyone is on high alert and their guard is up. Ellie and Dena are most likely going to run into one of these factions. We know from the trailer it was the WLF because they were using guns. Seraphites only use like bow and arrows, knives, that sort of thing. In this shot, we see Ellie walking by one of their tags, Feel Her Love. This was the scars. It looks like they did it with blood, so that's nice. In the next set of stills, we are back with Isaac, but a much older version, torturing a Seraphite. As I said, they are at war, and Isaac does not want to lose this war. So he's trying to get information on where the Seraphites could be, like their main base, what their plans are, that sort of thing. In the next shot, we see Ellie singing to Dena. So this is directly from the games. She will be singing Take On Me. I'm very curious how this scene will play out, because the voice actress for Ellie in the games has a wonderful singing voice. I have no idea if Bella Ramsey can sing or not. If she can't, this will be very funny. If she can, it will be a very beautiful scene. In the next scene, we see Dena and Ellie hiding on top of a train car. From the trailer, we know that they were chased down here by WLF soldiers. We also know that the infected are down here as well, and with the WLF soldiers making so much noise, they come out. Now this gives Ellie and Dena time to escape, but the infected chase them as well. Which leads us to our last still, of Dena pointing her gun at Ellie. So the only reason I could see her doing this is because Ellie was bitten while they were making their escape from the subway tunnel. Dena does not know that Ellie is immune to the virus, thinking she will have to shoot her friend. Ellie is telling her, hey, I'm immune, just wait and see. So next episode, we will have a little bit of a waiting game between the two, of Dena watching Ellie very closely, making sure she doesn't turn. And that is it for the promo pictures. What did you think? Leave it down in the comments below, and if you want more Last of Us content, please subscribe and like the video. Check out the Twitter link in the description below, and as always, have an awesome day.